Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Also, please hit that like button to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Getting paid just for owning stocks, this is what dividend investing is all about. This is my weekly buy video, and my current strategy is to deposit $100 of my own money per week and let the portfolio do the heavy lifting for me going forward. All dividends received will be reinvested back into that stock from which it was received. My goal is to put this money to work for me in the long term to build a growing and reliable income stream. I'm a long-term buy and hold investor who focuses primarily on individual blue chip stocks as well as ETFs and CEFs. What we're looking at right now is my taxable M1 brokerage account, and we can see we're just over $200,000 in the balance, and we can see the 1 week performance just slightly up, almost 0.25%. And the next thing I'm going to do is just dive right into the activity log, and we're going to see a few of the transactions here, the buy as well as some dividend drips. You can see here I received at the end of April American Tower and BST, a very nice $263.15 dividend, and I'll show you what I did with all this. This is actually received just this morning and then reinvested with these 3 buys. So we can see here it looks like Fifth Third Bancorp is where the $100 went to. As we know, banks have been really beat up, and I think a little bit unfairly so. We'll see. Time will tell. What I'm showing you is not investment advice. It's just real transparency into a dividend portfolio, and that's one thing I wish someone else had done. I saw a blogger, he also does videos on here, Dividends and Income, Jason Fieber. He would report his dividends, but not so much on the buy side. So that's something I want to kind of fill in. So again, we see Fifth Third and then American Tower. This was a drip, as well as BST. And what we're going to show next is I'm going to jump over to a Google Docs spreadsheet. I will have a link below so you can see this. You can see everything that I'm invested in, and you can see what my dividends are going to be. And this sheet not only does it track what I'm invested in and what my estimated dividend is going to be next time, and also my actual dividends being received. You can see here in the green, this is what I'm expecting to receive in May. The actual will be put in green, and also at the end of every month I do a recap video. I just did one for the month of April, and so subscribe to the channel so you can see that video if you haven't seen it. But you can see here ones in blue, these are my monthly payers. And this also tracks my monthly cash flow average, which is constantly changing. It's mostly going up, as most of my investments are in things like Coca-Cola, Home Depot, and those are investments where they are consistent with raising their dividend each and every year. And we can see right now I'm at 791.52, and I'm going to grab some data from M1. I'm going to import it into the M1 data tab, and it's going to update my new shares because I just bought shares of Fifth Third as well as a tiny bit of American Tower, which is clicking to see in Fifth Third how much I got. So 3.8 shares there, and then American Tower is going to be a real small amount. Looks like 2/100ths of a share, so it's going to be a very minuscule difference. But with BST, with this drip, I picked up an additional over 8 shares there. So I'm going to go over to the holdings tab here on M1, and I know a lot of people use services, or they're paying for a service that utilizes something like Plaid, and some people just will put in their amounts themselves. They'll type them in manually, and I've chosen to do the free and fast way, especially for someone who has so many positions, all I have to do is copy and paste everything from M1 and put it into my spreadsheet over here, M1 data tab. I just do a paste special, values only. This will take a few seconds to calculate. All it's really doing is updating the number of shares as well as my cost basis. You can see here I've taken this column, and what I do here is I align the number of shares and cost basis for each position, and then I do a simple VLOOKUP, and so we get new numbers for each of those positions where I bought more shares in. And we can see now the monthly cash flow average is up to $794.04, and I have a little ledger tab here, and what I do is I'll put in any changes that we had. So it's 794.04. We can see just above it, this morning before doing this video, I saw that JEPI had lowered their dividend. They had decreased it like 3 times in a row. Then they went up to 44 cents, and now they're back down to 42 cents. So things like JEPI, also SCHD, that's my largest position in the portfolio. The quarterly dividends are variable, and JEPI's monthly dividends are variable, so we can see the ups and downs. If I was invested just in like a Target, a Home Depot, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, things like that, this would just only be a trajectory of up. But I'm willing to put up with a little bit of the ups and downs, because I think overall JEPI and SCHD are going to be raising their dividends over time. So this is the result of a $100 deposit. BST, AMT, DRIP. So we can see there my monthly income went up by $252, but of course I had bad news with JEPI lowering their dividend. And you can see here I also have a dividend tracker tab, and I started tracking this portfolio in January 2021. You can see I started $18,000 is not a small amount, but this has really ballooned to a much larger amount. We're over $200,000, and you can see what my dividends were the prior month. For April, $540. You can see I also track the quarter by quarter, and you can see the quarter and quarter increase percentage and the dollar amounts. So even though there's a little bit of variability, you can see in March my dividend income did take a little bit of a tumble, and that was because of JEPI mostly, and hopefully it's not going to be doing that again for month after month, but we'll see what happens. You can see we're down $2.15 for the month of May, but I see that turning around and going back in the green, especially in the third and fourth quarter of the year. SCHD really raises their dividend up, and I expect JEPI to do the same. I think this is going to really turn around, and I predict my average monthly dividend income is going to exceed $900 in 2023. So that's pretty much all I had to show you was what I bought. Again, it was Fifth Third is where my $100 went in, and then I had those drips. So if you got any value out of this video, please click the like button. Also subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. I do a weekly buy video, also a monthly recap, and here and there I do some other videos. I'm thinking about doing some just some general personal finance videos, and we'll see. And I think the first one I may be doing is just how important it is to track your expenses for the month, so you can take a look and see where your money is going and try to push more of that into investments. So thanks again everybody for watching this video. Everyone have a great week and take care.